for the donkey of the day. That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it's Donkey today for Friday, August, the 20th. Go to Detroit Lions rookie head coach Dan Campbell. Now, look, I know football is a business, and there are no permanent friends or enemies when it comes to business. But damn, Dan Campbell did something so cold, so cruel, so callous. And I wouldn't even have noticed if he himself didn't say, I'm an a-hole for doing it. Now, salute the long snapper Dan Muhlbach. Drop on the clues bombs for Don Muhlbach. Don't know him. Just dropping one of Clues bombs for him because he played 260 games for the Lions since joining the NFL as a rookie in 2004. The Detroit Lions are the only team Don Muhlbach has ever known, the only team he's ever played for in his NFL career. In fact, Don Muhlbach and Dan Campbell were teammates for 3 seasons with the Detroit Lions. So Dan Campbell and Don Muhlbach really know each other. They were teammates, and now Dan is Don's coach. Well, was his coach, okay? So if you've been working for any organization for 17 years, even though we know corporate America isn't dying for none of us and most of us ultimately are nothing but numbers, I would expect to, be let go a certain way. Am I asking too much of corporate America to be let go a certain way? Do people who have been working at a company for years deserve more than just a visit from HR that they are being released? I would think so, right? I know that's not how it works, but I will always have a problem with corporate America just treating people who have given so much of themselves and their lives to a company. And then when you hear stories like this one between Dan Campbell and Don Muhlbach, it just gives you perspective on how you should be with these corporations. See, Don Muhlbach got cut from the Detroit Lions after 17 years, and I think it's safe to say they did him dirty. I can't make this kind of stuff up. Let's go to NFL Network for the report, please. Listen.
Speaking of the Lions, they have released their long snapper, Don Muhlbach. He played in 260 games over 17 seasons in Detroit. It's the 8th most with one team in NFL history. Muhlbach let go, MJ, on his 40th birthday.
They cut Don Muhlbach on his 40th born day. I can't make this kind of stuff up. He got cut after 17 seasons with the Detroit Lions by his former teammate, who's now his coach, on his 40th B-day. This is the coldest termination I've seen since Craig got fired on his day off for stealing boxes. How you fire a man who worked for a company for 17 years, who you worked with for 3 of those years, on his birthday? Well, his born day. I say born day because it was the day he was born. It was the day your mama gave birth. But not just any born day. His 40th? The big 4-0? Can you imagine the emotional high and low you caused Don on this day? Now, I'm sure Don will be fine in life, but damn, man, Dan, if you don't like the man, just say so. Was this a coincidence or was it personal? I don't know. All I know is Dan Campbell is holding himself accountable. Let's go to the Detroit Free Press to hear what Dan Campbell had to say about the situation. This is the coach.
No, there's no way to sugarcoat that. I'm an ass. So that's about the best way to put it, and I hate it. There was no way around it, really. I mean, yeah, you could say there is, but ultimately that falls on me. It's my fault, and Don's a hell of a dude, and it sucks, but it is what it is.
Eddie, can I say...
Daniel.
Eddie, can I say a-hole? I can't say it.
No.
You can't? No? Why? Why'd you do your thumb like that when I said it, Dan? Why, Dan? Jesus Christ. Yes, I'm an a-hole, sure, but the damage is done.
You can't say that.
I didn't say it. Sure, but the damage is done, right? You can't put this toothpaste back into YouTube. And even though I don't expect more from corporate America, I expect more from a coach who used to be a former player. Okay, I feel like when you get in these positions and you are in the position of, being a former player, when you get in these positions, you should get in these positions to change things, not to become what you once hated. Please give Dan Campbell, the head coach of the Detroit Lions, the biggest hee-haw. Come on, man. I know there's no permanent friends and enemies when it comes to business, but damn, bro.
All right.
And you used to be a former player. I mean, at least do it the next day on his actual born day. You can't wait a week.
That's foul. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday!
I'm nervous because I don't know what y'all are about to do, but you guys have been leading up to something.
There ain't no guys.
All
There's been one person in this room that's been excited about this topic all week.
No, both of you.
Excuse me?
Charlamagne was the one that came up with the idea.
You're a liar. Don't lie on me like that on this fine Friday.
Yes, you are. Now, this came
the Lord's
from,
day now.
This came from the brother Turk. Now, Turk used to be with the group Cash Money, and he said this recently in an interview.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like somebody hitting somebody on the ass. You know what I'm saying? When they playing basketball, that don't mean they gay. You feel me? Every male, dog, have some type of game, gay game. That's what they call it, gay game, penitentiary game, that they play with their homeboy. You know what I'm saying? When you know your sexual preference, bro, it's like, you know, what the fuck? You feel me?
What's the question? Have you ever played gay games with your homeboys?
You got the question. All right. 800-585-1051. It's Friday. It's Freaky Friday. Let's be honest. Have you ever played gay games with your homeboy?
Mm-hmm.
I hope y'all say yes, because if not, then those weren't games that y'all were playing.
Excuse me?
What?
Angela, what are you talking about? Why? We don't have nothing to do with this situation.
There's plenty of footage that would say otherwise.
What are you talking about?
Now, one of the producers up here, Dan, says, ask all the athletes, too, because basically all locker rooms play gay games.
Well, there's no athletes in this room.
But that's not even considered gay game. If you slap your teammate on the butt because it's a good play, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's not,
so what's
My
that?
boyfriend does that when I cook.
Really? What?
No.
Huh?
Good job.
That's
what you guys do.
All right, forget
it. But all right, but I mean, I don't think that. I don't even know if that's
so
not gay.
What's considered a gay game then, Charlamagne? Tell me.
I've never played one.
So everything you do is real.
It's Freaky Friday, man. Why not?
We'll talk about it when we come
What
back.
about if you give somebody a mold of your butt? Is that a game or is
that is
that
definitely
is a gift.
800-585-1051.
That was a gift.
We're talking gay games on the
I
Breakfast
have
Club.
footage of y'all humping.
Donkey Today is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.